Hey there, welcome back to the Fix It Fox Inc. channel. My name is Rob Fox. Today I'm out here replacing a mailbox that has fallen down. It's actually like a mailbox post and assembly. It's all decorative. In fact, if you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you may have seen another video similar to this. I think it was called Decorative Mailbox Build. Check that out. I'll put a link in the description below for it. But here's another one in the same HOA that has me come out and do work regularly. And this mailbox has just the post is rotted in the ground, fallen over. So this is kind of a rush job for me to come out and replace it. So today I'm going to be removing as much of the decorative wood as possible. I think the majority of it is still pretty good, so we're going to save it, sand it down, and reuse it later on. And we're just going to replace the post that's rotten. So thanks for joining me on this video today. If you're here just to watch a project get started and worked all the way through completion, then sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. Those of you who are looking for instruction or at least an example on how to install a mailbox post-assembly or create a decorative one like this one, grab your tools and let's get to work. Looks like the bolts that are in here, or the screws, looks like they broke as I was trying to turn them out. So I'm gonna have to get a little rough with this to try and remove this board. Hopefully the rest of them come out easily, but if not, we're gonna have to use a little extra muscle. Oh, another broken one. Looks like they're all breaking on me. Even this one broke. It just broke way down here. Most of them have been breaking off at the tip. Folks, is why when you're using screws in exterior applications, you want to use treated screws. These are all screws that aren't treated with any sort of coating, and so what's happening is the chemicals in the wood starts messing with the metal, and they get weak, and then, like you saw, when you go to extract them, instead of staying strong and screwing out, they just break. Okay, so here's the old post with all the decorative stuff taken off of it. Later on I'm going to cut this up and throw it in a trash bin. But for now I'm going to keep it aside so I can get some measurements off of it as far as where to put this indented line and where to drill the hole on the new post. All right, from doing a lot of these mailbox assemblies in this HOA, I know that the height of the mailbox post should be 54 inches, and I like to do about 18 inches underground. So what I'm going to do is measure 54 plus 18, which is 72 inches, 6 feet, and we'll cut the board or the post there so that it's not too high for the mail truck when it drives around and the mailman just reaches out the window into the mailboxes. If it's too high, can't reach it, too low, can't reach it. So we try to accommodate the mail people around here. Alright, so you may have noticed on the old post that the top of it had kind of a decorative finish to it. That's more for shedding the water away when it rains than it is for decoration. But we're going to do the same here, and basically I'm going to put my saw blade at a 45-degree angle and cut and hold this about 2.5 inches back from the side, and we'll cut off a nice decorative angle. So for this next part, doing this decorative indent, we're going to use this portable or handheld cordless router, and basically it's going to route out a channel in the sides of the post, and just got to make sure the router bit is lined up properly, and then use the speed square to make sure we get a straight line. What I like to do after I use the router is just grab my utility knife and cut the little shards off and clean it up a little bit. So we got the hole dug with the post hole digger, but the post hole digger's auger is only 6 inches wide, and I like the post hole to be a little wider than that, so you get enough cement formed around it to really hold the post in securely. So I like taking the manual post hole digger and just shaving along the sides and getting out a little bit more dirt. There you can see that the hole is a bit wider now, probably more like 10 inches. So I think we're ready for the next step. All right, I like to sift out some gravel from the dirt where possible. I've already done some, and throw it into the bottom of the hole, because that way your post is sitting on gravel, and when it rains and water filters down through that hole, there won't be the post bottom won't be sitting in a bunch of water. It'll be sitting on the rocks instead, and that just makes the post last longer. Looks like that got a little off center, so I'm gonna make the hole, but right about there. All right, now that we've got the hole drilled in the post where the old hole was, we can grab the old decorative wood and place it back on this new post before we cement the post into the ground. All right, so we got the post in the ground. The next thing I want to do before I set it in cement is to give it a quick sand down with some sandpaper, just to get the dirt off, as much of the dirt off as possible, and to rough the surfaces up, because this was semi-gloss paint and you want to rough up semi-gloss paint before you put new paint on so that it adheres well. So we're gonna sand it down really quickly off camera, and then start pouring some dry cement into this post hole. This particular cement is fast setting concrete, and you can pour it in dry, and once it's poured in and kind of tamped down, you can pour water on top of it and it'll just mix itself. The water will go through it and it'll harden within about 90 minutes. So we're going to be great. The only thing I have to do after I set it into the cement is to paint it and tighten up this bolt here, and that's not going to require a lot of force at all. So basically, while it's drying, I can finish up the painting and reinstall the mailboxes, and we'll be good to go.
You need a water or something?
Well, there you have it. Another successful project completed by Fix-It Fox Inc. Thanks for joining me on this one. As you saw, we had an old mailbox post assembly that had rotted in the ground and fallen over. So I came by and decided to remove the decorative pieces from the old piece so that we could put it on the new piece. I dug a new hole, assembled the new post with the old decorative wood on it, and put it in the hole, cemented it up. Then we painted it all with a fresh coat of paint, and finally installed the mailboxes on it. Now, as the homeowner stopped by and talked to me, and we've decided that we're probably going to order a couple new mailboxes for this assembly. So in a couple days when they come, when they arrive from Amazon, I'll return and install some brand new mailboxes, and everything will look brand new and spectacular here. So thanks for coming along with me today. I really enjoy the support. If you haven't thought about giving this video a thumbs up yet, please hit the like button. It really helps my channel, and I appreciate the support. Also, considering commenting if you saw something on here you don't understand, or you thought I did wrong, please let me know. I'm always open to learning. And of course, if you're interested in this kind of video for learning, or just for the enjoyment of watching a project start and all the way through completion, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate the support. Well, thanks once again for joining me. Enjoy these after pictures, and I'll see you on the next one.